Hello, it's that time of the month again. It's Feng Shui time. This is the month of August, which is the Hungry Ghost month. If any of you have been following that on my Facebook page, it's kind of like Halloween. It's where lore says that the spirits are close to the veil and have the ability to cross over, and they come back to visit you. And there are good spirits and bad spirits, if you believe in that. But also, there are some things to really be mindful of this month because of the energy that's out there. The Bagua this month is double bad or double good. The annual stars have met up with the monthly stars this month, bringing um, doubly good energy to some sectors and doubly bad to others. Um, so with that said, let's just get started on the middle again, which is that number 5 of instability. That's this crap we've been dealing with all year with the unstable energy of people jockeying for power. We're still seeing it one more time. August is a bad month that this could occur again. If you've read my post on the hungry ghosts, a lot of real negative events have taken place in August and the first part of September. So just be mindful of that. That number 5 in the center, again, is that salt water. Get a salt water vase, a big vase, and fill it with half salt, half water. And you can put the brass Chinese coins in it, 7 of them, or 6 pennies and 1 silver dime in there, or silver jewelry or something. Don't put anything in there that you want because that salt will just eat it up. So anyway, try to keep this energy calm. In the center of my home, I do have a spiritual deity that I of course pray to the God. I pray to God, asking for world peace and to keep everything upright, keep the grass on the right side, on the green side, and not upside down. So um, anyway, at your front door too, for the angry ghosts or the hungry ghosts, you can also burn incense during the month of August. Because of what I do, I really try to be mindful of my studies and my teachings and my Chinese masters. So I always burn incense at my front door. I burn 3 for mind, body, spirit, the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, Mother, Daughter, Holy Spirit, however you want to say it. Um, anyway, just to balance that energy and clear that energy at my front door. I had a question asked today about clearing. Um, when you do clear a room, you need to open the doors and the windows. Otherwise, you're only circulating it around in a circle. You need to open the doors so the energy can flow out, the negative out, or the old energy out, and bring the new energy in. Okay, makes sense? Anyway, you can also smudge the center of your house, do the same thing, open your front door, open your windows, and just get that circulation going. Fresh air is good for everybody, and especially at this time where there's so many new illnesses out there, old ones or whatever. So anyway, then we fly down to that northeast or northwest, excuse me, in the sigil pattern, which is the number 6s, which is power and luck, power and authority. And this unfortunately flies into the patriarchal, the pig and the dog. This is why we're seeing such a jockeying of power. And I almost feel like I don't like to get political on this, but I'm going to throw it out there today. Pelosi going to Taiwan, she is a woman, and this is a section of power for a man, and so it's almost like that was an insult to that, for that to happen. And so this number 6 there is making men feel a little more bulletproof, a little more my way or the highway type attitude. However, with that said, it's not just for men, it's for dog, it's for pig, it is for the northwest area as well. And so in this area, put 6 Chinese coins or 6 metal objects in this area, all just grouped together in a little grouping. I have the 6 coins that I just tie together and throw in there. Um, but the Northwest is also symbolic of some spiritual energy, which I love. And so I tell people, put your Jesus picture, your Buddha picture, your Kuan Yin picture, whatever feels right for you. I don't know. Um, we all have different religions. We all have different beliefs. However, that's the really cool thing about the number three. It's mind, body, spirit, heaven, earth, man. We can all come together and we can weave that tapestry in and really make a tapestry of beautiful colors and beautiful beliefs if we would just allow it to happen. And so I honestly believe in this corner, when you put your deities there, whatever it is, the one true God knows where you're coming from, and the one true God will be the one who brings you your dreams. The other thing, and I talk about it in my Engaging My Magic book, within Engaging My Magic Within, I can't even remember that title sometimes. Um, there is a section in there that I did a meditation. One day I was feeling really super overwhelmed by just the energy of the universe, social media. You just want to crawl in a cave and not come out for a while. Anyway, I had this meditation and asked God, what are we supposed to understand here? And I got in a rowboat and I started going down the river in my meditation. And the river was rough, but my boat was going along really smoothly. And people along the bank were just screaming at me, let me in, stop, let me in. And even though I was trying to stop my boat to help them, I couldn't. It just kept going. And I finally went to a dock where there was a lighted being on the dock. And, um, and he greeted me, and I asked him, why did my boat make it to shore and nobody else's did? And he said, and then we just flew back over. It was like a drone. He flew with me back over these people, and there was rowboats around everybody, but they were so focused on their problems that they weren't seeing the solution of the rowboats. And and I said, well, the rowboats are there. Why aren't they getting in their own rowboat? And he said, because they're asking the wrong people for help. And then he said in this bellowing voice, I am the power. I am God. And uh, all of a sudden, I just realized, oh no, excuse me, it was, I am the power, I am the light. And all of a sudden, I realized it was God. And I was familiar with that energy because I've had a few near death brushes that I was in that presence and I knew that peace and that light. And so then this voice went on to explain to me that when people need help, they need to ask God first. And then God dispatches who is supposed to come out and help you, not just ask anybody, help me, help me. What is it you need help with? If you need help with walking, you're not going to ask a fish. If you need help with swimming, you're not going to ask somebody that can't swim, you know. And so the appropriate help is dispatched when you ask for it. And I really, if nothing else out of this video that you get is, I felt like it's a real cry to get back into asking the proper people for help and then let God, that's where this faith and trust comes in, let God take care of it. And um, my friend Kathy, her son said something to the effect, and I hope I don't butcher this quote too much, that God will only come by consent when we ask him to come. And that's free will. We have the chance to believe or not to believe, ask, not ask. And so this is where you really, I totally believe in the higher self. I believe in a power bigger than we are. And yeah, my trust gets rattled just like everybody else's. My faith gets rattled. And you all know the story of the cancer. I feel like my cancer showed up, the cancer, it's not my cancer. The cancer showed up to show me I had to get on a fence. If I was going to teach this, I had to believe my talk and walk my talk. And I have faith. I have faith now that whatever happens, happens. I don't know what's going to happen. Um, Nobody knows. I've had friends that's passed away since my diagnosis of things that weren't even cancer related. I just found out yesterday I lost a friend to cancer last year. Didn't even know about it until I called him to get some permissions for my books. And I was quite surprised. But anyway, my philosophy is carpe diem. I actually tattooed it on my wrist. So I can't even, I don't know where is, I don't know which way to go. Carpe diem, and that reminds me to seize the day. And so if you do nothing, seize your day. Go out there and just do something extraordinary. We live in a world of miracles that we don't see anymore because it's all, everything we experience we think is so ordinary. This thing right here is the biggest miracle that's ever been created. We can see people. I've been communicating with a woman in Africa ever since I've been home. It's a miracle. We can do this. I couldn't do that 10 years ago, 20 years ago. And we have apps now that we can do these on. There's miracles all around us. The miracle of life is around us. We see people healed every day. We see children born every day. It's all miracles. And so, if nothing else, go into this number 6, into this Northwest, and really ask for what you want from the proper authority, and then allow that authority to dispatch it. Okay? Okay? Okay. Lecture over. Let's go up into the West. The West is that number 7. This is the con man. This is lies, secrets, deceptions. It is in the West. It affects the rooster. Everybody needs to be aware when the 7 shows up in their sector that there is a chance of loss. And so in the West this year, or this month, well, this year, it should be all year long, I want the pitcher again, or a vase of salt water, which is half water, half detergent, or salt, and a third salt, a third detergent, and a third water. It's called blue salt detergent. And that blue helps to calm that energy as well. It calms the mind and helps you to think clearly and to recognize and discern the con mans when they show up for you. Okay, then we flip over into the Northeast, which is number 8 for money. The ox and the tiger this year are just primed for success, promotion, windfall money. They have so many good aspects. And in this place, I have ships coming in. Place your ships. I was at a garage sale one day and I found all these ships. This guy had a ship collection and he was selling them. And so I bought some ships, and so I put them in my house to have my ships coming in, which is, of course, ships bringing your supplies, everything that you need. And everything that you need is not always money. It might be support. It might be mentors. It might be learning. It's asset accumulation. So, put your ship out there, put some gold balls. If it's a kitchen, I tell people put a bowl of oranges on your kitchen counter. It looks like balls of gold coming in. Everything is symbolic. It affects our brain in a way that we process that positively, and that's why Feng Shui is so valuable. It's not a dog and pony show by any means. What you have in your environment will affect your well-being. Who you have in your environment will affect your well-being. So make sure everything that you have in your environment is loving and supporting, because any type of negativity that creeps in brings with it stress. It will bring illness from the stress. And so that's why we zen out. That's why we meditate. That's why we try to stay clear. I suffer anxiety, and that's why I had to get into this work, is because I've had to learn how to really rewire my brain from another part of my life that was out of control. So anyway, in this Northeast, put things of wealth, of accumulation that you want to have in your life, and really take advantage of that this year. It's doubly in the Northeast. If you're gambling, go to the Northeast of the casino. Who knows? I can't promise anything, but who knows what might happen. It's up here, mindsets and lifestyles. Okay, now in the South, this is the mini wealth one. This is the 9 promotions. It's fire energy, fire in the brain, creativity. This is put lighting here. Put reds here, lots of reds. Lighting, things that get you jazzed up, that get you want to move in. See my dress? I'm moving, jazzing up things. So Get that in your south. Also, the horse. When the horses arrive, success arrives with it. Print it out of a computer, put it in that corner. I love the south because it's your reputation. It's who you are. It's your integrity. So okay, then let's flip down there to the number one in the north. Double luck again. This is career luck, life path, any journeys that you're wanting to shift. If you are on a path that you don't like, then stop it. Turn around, go another direction. This is a great month to do that. It's a good month to also change careers if you've been thinking about that. Step through the fear sometimes and move forward. Again, this is for entertainment. I'm not telling anybody what to do. These are the aspects that I'm seeing, and it's a great time to, as long as you're not in conflict with your chart, and of course your karma, you can move this. And everything has to be pure of heart. You cannot do it with malice toward anyone. Whenever I ask for something, I ask for harm to none, because you do not want to ask for money and then somebody dies, or you get in a car wreck and you get all this money, but you've been hurt. So just say, whatever you want, harm to none, and keeps your karma clean. Okay. Okay, number two of illness goes into the women. Again, illness is stress, number one. So women out there, and this is also monkey and sheep, rest. The two things that make you sick the most is stress and fatigue. Those two things drag your body down, and then it allows other things to happen. Don't get to that point. Eat right, exercise, get your rest, and take time for yourself. Take that moment. I've been studying with a teacher in Australia. It's been really interesting. It was a spirit doll, and we did a past life regression on me, and it was a woman who I went back to a woman like on the prairie. She was a prairie person, and if I said I hate the prairie, I would not survive in that time. I absolutely hate it. And it was so funny because I went back to an area where I was a woman, or I saw a woman, I don't know what it was, an ancestor or me, that was in the prairie, and I hated it. It was so hard, and it was such a drag, and women were kind of the workhorse. And I ended up, when my kids left home, I ended up leaving my home, leaving my husband, and I went and left and lived in the woods, and because I hated the stress of all of that. And it was real interesting because, when I was in Africa, that's how I felt. I felt so synergized with the earth and the people, and I loved it. And then I come back, and there's just a lot of stress and rat race here. And you do. Sometimes you just want to go live in a cave. And so, with that said, take that moment to go live in a cave. Take a day or two to go rent a motel room or get away, check yourself into a spa. Take your camper and go up and camp somewhere. Just get away and get that stress level down so that you don't get sick. You can prevent illness more than you can cure the illness. You can still cure it. It just is going to take you a little more work, okay? If you don't make time for your wellness, you will make time for your illness. Okay. God, I'm kind of preachy today, aren't I? I'm on a roll. I've been on a roll all week, let me tell you. Anyway, we go down to the east, and it is about conflicts and quarrels in the east. Conflict is not bad. Conflict is change. It's when you don't agree with something, and sometimes your mind and your heart may not be in agreement. I need to quit my job, but I'm scared to quit my job, blah, 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 and all this monkey chatter in your head starts. So in the east this year, this is also family. So you can also estrange from family this year. Sadly, you just finally get fed up and say, hey, I've had enough, you. So put red in this area, but also put your family picture with purple in it to bring in that spiritual energy. I tell people, put that deity there with your family, because when the year's over, the quarrel will be over, and hopefully new ground can be made, okay? And then we go up to the number 4, which is love. So this is the number 4 in the southeast, and it's about love. It's about being in love. Um, this month, you can put your peach blossom there. And your peach blossom, if you're a rat, dragon, or monkey, is a golden rooster. Put that in the southeast. If you're a tiger, horse, or dog, it's a green rabbit. Ox, snake, rooster, it's a red horse. Rabbit, sheep, pig, it is a blue rat. So put that in that sector. Also, it's for learning. You can put certificates or anything that you want to learn in that sector. And then we're back to the center. Um, this month could be tricky, but it can also be fabulous. Again, your mindset and your lifestyle will determine that. I want you to have a great month. I'll see you again in another month. It's going to go fast again. Love you.